Today here we are at Gaza seaport. This is the place where we used to run away from life. We used to come and sit by the sea. Our children would be swimming. Fishermen would be fishing. It would be a typical summer day. But now, everything changed. I checked my phones and I found that the head of my department was calling everyone to come and support at the hospital because of the overwhelming number of injuries. So I ran to the hospital. I spent the whole day in the operating theater, operating one patient after the other until the next morning came. And then I started to realize that this is not as anything that we have seen before. At the beginning of this war, people were displaced to Shifa Hospital and to other hospitals as well. They thought that they would be safe if they came to the place that treat patients, a place that is protected by international humanitarian law. But they were wrong.
لا هيك فوق وين بس مش هيك فوق بخبطونا فوق خبطوا المبنى تبعنا.
I needed people to feel for themselves what was happening and to do something to stop it. But with time, it became emotionally exhausting. I started to feel like nothing was really changing, no matter how much I shared. And even worse, I noticed that people interacted less, became numb, and I couldn't do it anymore. Look around us. We're sitting in a place that, after the Israeli incursion, Palestinians, civil defense, and first responders, and MOH people have dug a mass grave out of this yard. The yard that we have been taking a breath, the yard that we have been taking our breaks in, now we can't even look at it because we would think about the graves that were buried here, about the number of people that have been killed and buried. افتح. Okay.
ايش اسمه؟
انت ايش؟ هذا pulmonary edema.
As a surgeon, I could save few lives each day, maybe 3, maybe 4, a handful of surgeries. But when I helped open one primary healthcare center and when I helped expanding hospital bed capacity, I learned that I can help hundreds of lives a day. That's when I understood the higher the position, the wider the reach. And that's when I said yes to the UN. This is the family that we are trying to reach, that we are trying to coordinate since yesterday. They're still alive under the rubble. Yesterday we submitted a tactical coordination and it got denied. We submitted another coordination request for today and they just got the approval.
قرب على البيت بس تنزلوش من السيارات. بس ناخذ موافقة تنزلوا من السيارة، خليك مكانك. مازن بيقدروا ينزلوا من السيارات؟ طيب تمام، بلغني. I have no idea why should we ask for permission to save lives. I can't understand it and I can't accept it.
We grew up listening to our grandmothers and grandfathers tell the stories of the Nakba. Back when they were forced to flee their homes in 1948, UNRWA was created in response to their displacement. It built schools, clinics, issued ration cards, gave structure to life in exile, and somewhere deep down inside, we held into that idea that that day of return might come. The UN would help, that justice would not be delayed forever. But over the years, that belief was tested, especially now in Gaza. The humanitarian agencies on the ground are doing everything they can, often under impossible conditions. But the political side of the UN is failing. The Security Council has failed Gaza. Gaza is not just a humanitarian crisis. It is a test. It's a test for the UN itself. If it cannot respond to the gravest violations of international law here, then its global relevance is at risk. I know people who were days away from traveling to their new job or to continue their education or just simply to get married. Everything we built, everything we have hoped for, everything we have dreamed about have been taken away from us. So yes, my life was interrupted, but what's happening here is the collapse of an entire generation's future. So we are still working and we're still pushing ourselves to keep trying every single day until this insanity stops.